agenda and would like to approve that agenda. If I could have a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
And all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And item 4 on the agenda is, that was for the approval of tonight's agenda. You're here.
Yeah, here. No, I'm sorry, I was.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And then item 4 on the agenda is audience participation. Seeing no one in the audience, there will be nothing for that agenda item. Item 5 on the agenda is approval of the P&Z Commission meeting minutes for last month, May 21st, 2018. That was included in our packet. Any questions or comments on that? And if not, would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And anyone like to abstain?
Aye.
Abstain. Did you get those, Becky?
I did. Thank you.
Thanks. Item 6 on the agenda is to consider a motion to recommend to council approval plat of survey for parcel 2018 89 and 90, which are located kind of north of Big Creek State Park, northeast of Big Creek State Park. Seeing no one in the audience, I'll kind of turn it over to city staff.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have a parcel of property that falls within 2 mile extraterritorial jurisdiction of Polk City. And this piece of land is actually further north than most parcels of land that we've taken a look at. And if you take a look at the future land use plan, it is even further north than the gray area. That is quoted as urban reserve. In fact, in the upper left-hand corner of that map, you'll see a small creek that is going in a northeasterly manner. That creek is depicted on the Snyder and Associates report, as you can see, is then goes into a fork, and then the North Fork is where this property is. This was, up until this date, 1 parcel. It is being divided into 2 parcels. The 2 parcels, the larger one is on the east side and will be made part of the property that is currently farmed by that owner. The second piece will be made part of the farm that is being farmed the west side. The area is, by county, is agricultural zoning, and it meets their ag, it meets our ag, and it would even meet our R1. There is no plans at this time for any buildings except for an occasional agricultural building. There will be, there's no planned houses, there's no planned driveways, there's no planned public improvements. It is basically a separation of land due to the hardship the creek provides in getting from one side to the other. And so 2 neighbors got together and said, you own the east side, I'll own the west side. A couple things I want to point out. As you take a look at this, that Polk City Code requires any parcel of land being divided into 2 or more parcels be a subdivision. Since there are no public improvements, dwellings associated with the land division, staff is recommending to P&Z that this requirement be waived. However, any future divisions of partial 2018-89 or partial 2018-90 that is split will need a plat of subdivision instead of a plat of survey.
Any questions or comments from the commission? And if none, would entertain a motion.
that we accept the splitting this parcel as recommended here, and with, I guess the review comments have all been addressed, and with the recommendations here. They pay the fee and so forth. Three items.
Second.
And we have a roll call vote on that, please?
Okay. Triplett?
Yes.
Olfest?
Yes?
Hankins?
Yes.
Bowersox?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Sires?
Yes.
Item 7 on the agenda is the council liaison report.
Yeah, so at the risk of extending this extensive meeting, there are a couple things that I want to bring up. First, less for this group specifically, but just to get it out there broadly, did approve a fireworks display change to the ordinance. Hot button issue last year, we allowed roughly 8 days around and switched it to the 3rd and the 4th, which the second reading will be next Monday, and then the plan will be to waive the 3rd reading there so it can get forward this year. So I want to get that out as much as possible. So if there's any back, probably a reasonable change from where we were at last year. The other thing that may be more applicable down the road to this group specifically is at the end of last month we engaged or signed a contract, I should say, for Forecast 5 Analytics, a company that's going to provide I don't even know where to start with a whole bunch of financial information, and I know Gary's excited. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be very interesting for us to be able to put some more definitive information behind this group, and they work with a number of different entities, schools, towns, counties, not for sure exactly, but that, like I said, just started, and I think that may change some of the packets as we move ahead and just give us a little bit more information to work off of. So just put that on the radar. I think their first feedback to us will be late summer, early fall, sometime that frame. So, and it's a 3-year deal. Software that comes with it. So, given the staff that we have and how everybody's pulled in 1,000 different directions, I thought prudent move to engage them, get some information, can use it. So, forecasting, I'm hoping, I'm not for sure, but some comparative stuff on fees, levy rates, where they see things going, different thresholds to make major upgrades. The whole water stuff we're going through, I think, will be helpful with what they do. It's got some software that I don't even begin to yet understand or connect on the dots of how it apply. But the other big piece, and probably the impetus for it, is our budgeting process. So Gary and Lindsay do a great job of wearing about 5 different hats through the budgeting process, being the intermediary, proposing, putting stuff together, and hopefully use gentleman, can't think of his name, but he's worked for West Des Moines for a long time, so some insight into their financial budgeting process and some different options there. So probably what is it? Not yet. Questions?
Sounds good.
That's all I got.
Item 8 on the agenda is staff report.
No report at this time.
Did we have any requests for fireworks stands?
Not yet.
Okay,
Good question. No, not yet.
thanks. And item 9 on the agenda, commission report. Hearing of no activity, item 10 would entertain a motion to adjourn. Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And we are adjourned at 6:09.
Wow.
After your last couple of months, probably was a joy.